Hello, welcome to Family. We've got your back. It's been a rough week for me. Has it been a rough week for you?
Well,
Not so bad.
it's Halloween, so
That was fun.
that was fun.
He was Charlie Brown for Halloween, and he had a pillowcase with rocks in it. And
Just
one
a
of his
singular one.
students today said, "I got you a present, Mr. Christensen."
Really? Thanks.
And she hands him a rock.
A rock.
Favorite kid. I'm just saying.
The student that we're talking about is a family friend as well, and so that makes it more funny.
Yeah.
And more acceptable to boot.
Oh,
Right?
It was so funny.
If it would have been one of my troublemakers, then I probably
It
would
wouldn't
have
have been
insulted.
as funny. But
Thanks for nothing.
It's so funny. Anyway, so good on you, sweetie. Anyway, so this week, because it's prevalent in my life, we're talking about pain. And everybody's like, how come bad things happen to good people? Or if you make right choices, how come bad things still happen to you? And why is life so hard? And why is there pain in the world? And, all these questions that philosophers have trouble explaining, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to reframe
Pain
and hard times
into
something that can actually be useful instead of just, that was really hard and it broke me and now I am a non-functioning human, right? Or you can flip that and have it refine you, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we really need to read a definition of pain. Everybody
we all know what it is.
You know it when you feel it.
Yeah. Every mom in particular knows what it is.
Yeah. It's just everything in your life is painful. But yeah. So I'm going back to work tomorrow. I am not thrilled because I hurt and stairs are not a thing. And yet, yeah. And
Here we are, yeah.
And lifting and bending over, and yet that's all part of my job. And I'm like, not a fan. I'm sore, and I can barely walk half speed, and
yeah, and
I don't want to go back to work. I'm in pain. It hurts, and now I have to actually do something about it.
And it's possible that you'll be so busy that you'll notice it less than when you were at home.
It'll take my mind off
right?
So because just laying there is painful, and so if I stand up and lift and work and walk quickly, and that'll be less painful.
No, I'm just saying.
Right. So obviously, I need a reframe. I need to think about this differently because this is torture for me. Just I'm torturing myself thinking about the hard thing that I have to go through because I'm in pain, right? So one thing about refining, I don't know if this story is true, but when you refine silver, isn't it silver? I think
silver or gold. Yeah.
The refiner, you heat it up so that it melts, right? And the impurities separate and come out of the gold. And they know it's
because
ready.
They have different boiling points or whatever, right?
I don't know
Something
how the process works. I should have looked it up, but I know nothing.
It's a chemical process.
This is just the story I've heard. So they wait until they can see their reflection in the
silver or whatever.
The substance that they're refining.
The good substance.
And then they know it's ready, right? And so then they know it's pure. So extrapolating and, expanding that metaphor, when all the extraneous things, think of yourself as this jagged boulder and you want a smooth, round object. You've got to knock off all the sharp edges. And that hurts, right?
An acid wash.
Oh, yay. Sanding and chipping and all, so we're combining two metaphors, a silver and a rock. But anyway, Charlie Brown. Anyway, so what we're doing is, so with the refiner, they're getting everything out except for the basic thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you can see yourself, your true self, who you really are, you're at your best. That's when the refining process is done.
Yeah.
And for me, it will not be until after I'm dead. So,
well, but I mean, you can do this in stages. It doesn't have to be
right. It's not all
right.
big one refiner's fire and then you're done.
You can pick one thing and say, okay, I'm going to battle through this hard thing.
And then you're refined in that area.
And then you're refined in that area. And then you can move on to a different
your
thing.
true best self comes through.
And
right?
it is hidden by those impurities, right? It's like,
and we're not talking about like impurities as in like on a religious sense. We're talking about
we're just talking about things that you need to improve upon. Yeah.
Who you really are.
Yeah.
Right. And so, heat, that refining heat is hot. It's painful. It burns, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, the fire improves the substance, right? And we're the substance, right? And so we're saying that instead of thinking of hard things and pain and the things that stretch and grow, that make life heavy, that make life a burden. If you reframe the thought process into, okay, this difficult thing is helping me grow into the best possible me, into the best possible person that I can be.
Yeah.
What can I learn from this situation? What can I do to remove the dross in the refining process so that I am a pure person, that I can act and think and feel the best in the best ways, right? What were you thinking?
The analogy of the mouthwash. This was the worst. No, let me go.
I went to the dentist and I wanted to have that feeling that you have after, that smooth, clean feeling for as long as possible. So I flossed and mouthwashed after I brushed my teeth, I included flossing and mouthwashing more or included flossing more and mouthwash I started, right?
Flossing is painful.
Yeah.
If you do it right anyway.
Yeah, anyway, so apparently if you do it enough and consistently, it stops being painful. Who knew, right? Anyway, I want my teeth. I want my own teeth when I die, right? I don't want dentures. So the point is, I started taking better care of my teeth, but the mouthwash burned. Like acid washed the inside of my mouth. And I'm like, Trent's like starts a timer and he's doing it with me, right? Your mouth, he's using the mouthwash with me. And we found a version of mouthwash that's alcohol free and we thought, oh, this will be so much better. But Trent's like, I'm not wasting this bottle of mouthwash.
Right.
So we had to use it until it was gone.
And I was completely willing to do it all by myself, and she could have used the painless stuff.
Yeah.
Because I have a higher tolerance for pain than I think you do, right?
Oh yeah. Why couldn't you have the babies, right?
I know, right? So,
anyway, so it was awful.
But we had to endure that stuff for a month.
More than a month.
Yeah, like I said,
like 3 months.
Was it that long?
It felt like.
It felt like.
I'm thinking
it
was been August when my dentist appointment was.
And we just finished it like a week ago.
Yeah. So we cracked open the new mouthwash and
it
doesn't burn.
So it makes me think in my head it's not nearly as effective as the other stuff.
It's not doing
because there's
job.
No pain involved. So it's almost
I think he's crazy.
It's almost like I craved the pain because I was.
Well, no.
It's like I'm going through this process.
You
right?
didn't crave the pain.
Didn't crave the pain.
The pain
but the pain was evidence that it was doing something.
Yes.
And so it was just weird.
So he doesn't.
And
so now that
now I
painless,
swish, and it's like
he doesn't think the mouthwash is working.
So, and
I think
it's a little bit psychotic, but but at the same time,
I think he's nuts.
There's something about thirsting or even hankering after the pain.
Well, don't
get me wrong.
Not in the way that you're thinking.
But yeah, not in a negative way.
Like because you're in pain. It's evidence you're alive.
Right.
Like the pain after you work out is evidence that you worked hard.
Right.
That sort of thing. So it's not that you're craving the pain. It's you're craving the
whatever chemical reaction that says, yes, you did something difficult. Right?
I overcame this hard thing.
Right.
So you're craving the high after.
Yeah.
So you're chasing the affirmation of
mm-hmm.
or the evidence.
Yes.
You're chasing that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And so if
and
it's not difficult, you're not getting that I overcame the hard thing.
Right. I think this is the thing that drives people that run marathons and stuff like that.
Which I don't understand, right? But hey, go Brandon.
Or I like a good long hike, right? No, not so much, right?
No.
But it's like because falling. You go through the pain so you can reach that summit and see everything below you, and it's like I'm on top of the world right now. And it's sure your calves burn and you're in low you're breathing differently, but once again it's the hardness that makes it more valuable. She doesn't get it.
I don't get it, because when I get to the summit I feel like I've died, and I'm like, okay, so it's pretty big deal. Like where's the benefit of this? Like I don't get that same feeling of accomplishment that he does when I hike. I don't. I like when my sister and brother-in-law climbed this mountain that they could have died doing. I can't remember.
I think it was Kilimanjaro.
No, I don't think it was.
No?
I can't remember.
It was somewhere in Africa.
It was some amazing mountain that people have on their bucket list to climb, right? And they did it. And I was like, you're crazy. You could die doing this. You have 6 kids, right? I didn't get it. And they're like, if you have to ask why you would do it, then you will never understand the answer. And for me, that I don't understand hiking or marathons or whatever. But I get it elsewhere.
You do understand.
That he doesn't get. So So it's, I guess, pick your achievement that you overcome,
once again,
or your difficult thing that you're teaching you to endure.
Right. And
yes, I can do hard things and all that.
So embrace whatever it is with the idea that you can overcome. And once you overcome, then you're more capable of overcoming other things. Yeah. Right? It's a habit of...
The stronger your muscles are, the harder, the more weight that you need, basically, when you're weightlifting. And so that's the sort of thing. The stronger you are, the more you can handle.
And that's the thing with our relationship.
And we're not talking about muscles. We're talking about, like, mental toughness.
Mental toughness and relationship toughness,
yes,
right?
Like staying power that it takes to overcome difficult relationships. Yeah.
Yep.
Overcome difficult things in your relationship.
Right. That. Yeah.
Anyway, so what were you saying? I interrupted you.
No,
it's okay. We don't get offended with the interrupting thing. So we're good. Some people will complain that, they don't listen to each other and they interrupt and talk. No, we're good.
Apparently, we're okay with that.
Oh, we're not.
We are okay.
Okay, I thought this was the way we communicated, and we were okay with this.
We're completely okay.
Okay, but what were you saying?
No, I was just echoing that same sentiment that when you've been through hard times with any loved one, and you weather the storm, then another storm is going to happen eventually, because that's what life does, right? But you'll be more capable. You'll be more empowered because you've already battled something. Maybe it was a less thing, but you'll have more understanding. You'll have more sympathy. You'll have a better understanding of your partner's side of things, right? Because in theory, you've talked through it, and you're now at a higher relationship status. You got more invested.
Yeah.
You know, and so once again, every little thing that you can overcome just builds your capability to overcome something grander. And all of a sudden, you'll find yourself 20 or 30 years down the road, and you'll be like, remember back when this happened and it was hard, and you might even laugh about it, or at least enjoy the sense of
like the
advancement or accomplishment,
the
right?
consequences, right? Like building this house was so hard. But guess what? It's fabulous living in it. It was so worth whatever we had to put up with to be in a home where all of us have a seat in the living room. Whereas before that was not a possible thing.
Right.
Our house was too small. Somebody had to bring a chair over and sit in the dining room sort of by the living room.
Or put their head on the bricks.
That's from here. They had a fireplace, like a stove and a brick hearth, and somebody would
I still remember
lay out on the floor and put their head on the bricks. Anyway, but yeah. So his family, there's still not room for everybody to have a seat on a couch.
Well, there's no
in the living room. But yeah, having a living room that can hold 7 people is for us a miracle. And the hard,
the sweat and blood and tears that we have to go through. All the time. The
stress and the medical situations and oh gosh, how looking back
life
on that difficult time for us, so worth it. We got so much out of that year and a half.
We got a house, and we got skills, and we got more capability to do hard things.
Yeah, the stick-to-itiveness that you don't want to, and yet you do it. And so for me, I don't want to go to work, but I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And it will build character. Like Calvin and Hobbes. And he comes into the room with his dad's glasses on and his hair combed, and he says, "Calvin," this is Calvin pretending to be his father, "Calvin, go do something you hate. It builds character," And the mom's laughing, and the dad says, "I don't sound like that," Anyway, one of my favorite Calvin and Hobbes strips because it's true. It's like, go do something you hate. It'll help you become a better person. So so that's this week.
Yeah.
Is go do something you hate, Calvin.
Go do something you hate.
No, but try to change the way you think about the hard things in your life. That this is helping me be a better person. This consistent doing what you don't want to do, doing it even though it's hard, not talking yourself out of it, but just doing it. That is what builds strong, healthy, happy, resilient people.
Yeah, it is.
And the kids that are like, I don't want to do my homework because I don't understand. It's hard. They don't learn.
Yeah.
And
what's worse is they don't persevere.
Yeah, they don't. People don't know how to do hard things anymore. And so if you want to be a person that does hard things, and you want kids who can do hard things, and you want to hang around people that can do the things that are required for just daily living or survival, do that. Be that. And so part of that is enduring difficult things well.
Right.
So be that person this week. Will you grab that, please? So guess what? My book. Oh, the other one. Yep. I figured it out, and my book is ready. Yay! So.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just 6 months.
A flip chart.
Yes, a flip chart.
A flip
6
chart
months of activities to help your family be stronger. And yes, I know it's not centered. We're still working on the format.
Stages.
We're still in,
But the content is all good, and it's all
except for the one. But I changed it, so it'll be okay. The hugging yourself and telling your body you're grateful for it. My kids vetoed that one, and so we changed it. I get it. It's a little cheesy.
For my body.
But, okay. So my kids didn't want to do that. And so they're like, that's dumb, Mom. I'm not doing that. Anyway, so we changed that one to be, see, Ava's over there laughing at how stupid it is. Okay, I get it. The science behind it is solid, but if you're not going to do the activity, then you're not going to do it. So anyway, we changed it. So right now, for a limited time, it is free. If I have to mail it to you, then it's just shipping and handling. But for right now, it's free because I need the feedback so that I don't have stupid activities in here.
Right.
So contact me if you have my personal information, or email us at familywevegotyourback@gmail.com, and you can get your free copy, and we'll just charge you shipping. So excited. Please, please, please help me make this the best possible book so that we can have strong families. Because think about it. If everybody just improved 1% in their family relationships, think about how drastic the divorce rate will drop, how kids will behave better in school and do better in their homework and their grades. That people will just be better people. Mm-hmm. And if as 1,000 people did it, just think how the impact that would have on your society around you. Like if the more people that are great, responsible people are around you, the better your society will be, right? So anyway, so let's push.
And it's just one activity per day.
A day. That's a couple minutes a day of intentional effort.
Yep.
Focused on your relationships and your people you love most in the world. Mm-hmm. Who wouldn't want to work on that, right? So please, give me your info so that I can send you this book so that we can have a better society.
Agreed.
Anyway, and help me make it better. All right, thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.